I'm your host, Sheldon Alexander, and it's feeling pretty good on this Monday morning as we are still on a wave on the pod. Our Thursday pod, we went 5-3 against the spread. Adding it all up, that's 19-11 against the spread in the play-in and playoffs combined. 31-15-1 against the spread in our NBA picks given out on this pod. We'll do that again every time there's a pod during the playoffs. We're going to go through each and every series and give you a pick for that next game. We're on a wave right now, just trying to keep the wave going. No, totally like it. And not as much as I've been loving this Grizzlies T-Wolves series. Evened up at 2. T-Wolves win game 4, 119-118. But I think the headline out of this game, though, was Coach Jenkins not too happy about the refs in this game. And I mean, my guy, he was super correct. There were some very suspect calls in this game. And I actually tweeted this out. And I know that, I used to do a Raptors pod, so I have a lot of Raptors followers. And so that means I'm in like the Raptors vortex of Twitter where it's this constant, like, why are the refs so bad against us? The refs don't want us to win. The NBA doesn't want us to win. And I'm always like, guys, just watch other games. The refs are just bad. Like, it's not just you. And you watch that game and you watch that press conference. Like, Doc Rivers and Nick Nurse are talking spicy. Jenkins was just like not holding back. Like, he's basically just like has his checkbook at the post-game presser and he's just like getting ready to write up the fine. But again, super strange. Oh yeah. Super strange game. Another streak or another protester on the court. Like, I don't know what's going on in this series, but there's a lot happening. Again, series tied at 2. Game 5 is in Memphis. It's -6 and it's a lot of points. And I really don't want to lay the points. I really don't. But I'd be super impressed if the T-Wolves actually kept that game close and won. So I'm on the Grizz. I don't like it. I really don't like it, but I'm on the Grizz. I'm laying the points just because I think that's too big of an ask of the T-Wolves to go into Memphis and not get blown out in that game.
And honestly, it's not. So first and foremost, a quick pat on the back. We have clinched our over 5.5 total games that we went into this series with. We're also in a tremendous spot, slightly less tremendous because of the Wolves win in game 4, but we needed to clinch the over 5.5. So we're glad that happened, but a slightly less tremendous spot on Memphis to win the series. That still is -280 right now. We had it at -140 after they lost game 1. And listen, they're very close to having won 3 straight games. You look at the shot quality numbers, right? Like, we even talked about game 1 and game 2 being essentially identical from a shot quality standpoint. Timberwolves just made a bunch of them. Memphis didn't in game 1. And that's what led to the Memphis loss in game 1. I think it's going to be a lot of the same, right? Like, why would I change my opinion? Nothing's changed that much. We talked about what's changed from early on the series. Nothing's changed really in this, right? We haven't had massive injuries. We had a close call there with Anthony Edwards, bit of a brow sweater there, but nothing's really changed here. So if the shot quality from games 1 and game 2 in Memphis led to a 90% win probability based on shot quality for Memphis, why would I think that that's going to be any different in this game, right? And as much as the fouls and whatnot were piling up, and I'm like, was Jaren Jackson even playing in that game? It was hard to tell because he spent so much time on the bench in foul trouble, right? And obviously John Morant, there's some speculation about an injury issue, whatever, right? Like, if the Memphis are going to play their best game, this is going to be the game in which they do so, right? And so game 2 was obviously that because they had lost game 1, but even game 1 wasn't all that bad when it came, when it comes to a shot quality standpoint. So yeah, I like Memphis here in this game. Again, I'm sitting there on the Memphis series price. Is this enough for me? I've got a little little secret for everybody out there. Sorry, gotta mention it. Grabbed a little Memphis plus 4.5 the other night and got there live. Was able to cash on both that and the over 5.5. So your boy, when it comes to the accounting, in this series, got a little extra money to play with. Am I going to lay it with Memphis here? Yeah, I absolutely am at -6. We're going to press our luck here with Memphis in game 5.